I can tell you there is no way The Rock burns off enough calories to average 6 to 8,000 calories a day and look like this. If he actually ate those kinds of calories, 6 to 8,000 a day, he would be 100 pounds overweight. There is no way he eats this much. For over a decade, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson built one of the most invincible reputations in Hollywood. The image was bulletproof. The hardest working man in entertainment, the global franchise machine, the record-breaking box office star, the Hollywood nice guy, the motivational brand, the fitness icon, the tequila mogul, the energy drink king, the movie producer, the wrestling legend. He stacked identities the way other celebrities stack excuses. Through sheer charisma and relentless visibility, he convinced studios he could carry any film, anchor any franchise, and turn even the weakest script into a hit. For a while, that illusion worked flawlessly, but in Hollywood, nothing stays untouchable forever. The third time he's done it. He keeps pretending that he's trying in and out for the first time every couple of years. The other two videos are still on your Instagram page. By 2023, cracks began to show. By 2024, the foundation started shaking. And by 2025, the entire image collapsed in real time, shocking fans, studios, and industry insiders who once saw him as unstoppable. What people didn't realize was that this downfall didn't happen overnight. It wasn't one bad movie, one controversy, or one miscalculation. It was 3 strategic mistakes that stacked on top of each other like dominoes. Once the first one fell, the rest followed with brutal force. The biggest shift was the public reaction. Audiences no longer saw The Rock as the underdog who climbed from wrestling locker rooms to Hollywood boardrooms. They saw a corporation in human form, brand deals, rehearsed speeches, polished interviews, perfectly planned social media posts, and a constant push for bigger, louder, more expensive projects. The authenticity that once made him magnetic evaporated behind layers of overproduction. When we first launched the fund, there was some backlash, and I want to address and acknowledge that backlash right now. And here's what I have to say about that. I get it, and I completely understand. And I could instant. Fans started noticing the pattern. Every movie looked the same. Every press run sounded the same. Every character felt identical. Big muscles, raised eyebrow, heroic monologues, explosions, jungle settings, joking sidekick, and a forced seriousness that mixed awkwardly with blockbuster humor. Critics said he played the same guy in every film. Audiences said they weren't wrong, and even studio executives admitted that the Rock formula stopped working when people realized they had already seen every version of it. But the true damage came when Hollywood insiders began talking publicly. Producers said he clashed with directors, co-stars hinted at ego issues, and franchise partners said he demanded control over scripts, reshoots, marketing, and storylines. Rumors spread that his contracts blocked anyone from beating him in fight scenes or making him look weak on screen. In a business built on story and character development, that became a silent career killer. This chapter of downfall wasn't just about mistakes. It was about the shifting expectations of modern audiences. Viewers now want vulnerability, unpredictability, and storytelling that feels human, not manufactured. And as the industry evolved, The Rock stayed stuck in the same formula that made him famous. When Hollywood changed lanes, he didn't, and that cost him everything. Desert sand. It's a badass color, never seen before on the market in a training shoe. And I just realized you also just saw my big bottle of a pee. The first major mistake, arguably the one that set everything else in motion, was The Rock's aggressive attempt to dominate every franchise he touched. Hollywood cast him as the franchise savior, the actor brought in to revive struggling universes. But his strategy to take over creative control transformed him from a blockbuster hero into a studio liability. It started with the Fast and Furious saga. When The Rock joined the franchise as Hobbs, he was celebrated as the fresh energy that revitalized the series, but behind the scenes, the dynamic shifted. Reports surfaced about separation contracts, shoot schedules designed to avoid other actors, and disagreements over who should lead the franchise's next era. Eventually, things got so tense that spin-offs were created just to keep peace. Fans loved the explosions, banter, and action, but insiders said the fallout fractured the entire franchise. Then came Black Adam. The Rock positioned the film as the start of a new DC hierarchy. He pushed for cameos, demanded changes to storylines, and allegedly pressured the studio to restructure future plans around him. But when the movie flopped, everything collapsed. The Rock is not natural. Okay, The Rock. He's not a patient of mine, so I don't worry about getting sued. We're going to be talking about what steroid cycle I think of The Rock. Critics called it messy, fans called it ego-driven, and industry insiders called it the moment Warner Brothers realized The Rock's pull at the box office wasn't what it used to be. The failure didn't just kill the film. It erased an entire cinematic direction. The Rock wasn't done. He reportedly attempted to push himself into multiple franchises simultaneously, from Jumanji to Fast to DC to animated series to reboots to new original universes. But Hollywood doesn't reward overreach. Studios saw his takeover attempts as risky. They saw the public backlash as dangerous. And they saw the box office numbers declining with each new project because at some point audiences got tired of seeing The Rock inserted into everything. They wanted new faces, new tones, new stories. They didn't want the same character rebooted across 9 different franchises. This mistake wasn't about ambition. It was about ignoring the cultural shift happening right in front of him. Hollywood doesn't mind big stars, but it does mind when a single actor tries to act like the CEO of an entire industry. That's when the doors started closing. Oversaturation killed The Rock's mystique. Every brand, every interview, every ad, every appearance reinforced the same image. Perfectly polished, endlessly positive, borderline mechanical. Instead of feeling inspirational, it began feeling corporate. Instead of relatable, it felt strategic. Instead of human, it felt manufactured. Fans reached a breaking point. The Rock posted daily gym videos, promoted multiple companies at once, launched product after product, appeared in countless commercials, and built an image so controlled that nothing felt spontaneous. The Rock is the fakest celebrity in Hollywood. I can tell you with a little bit of uncertainty because I failed math, I was probably at that time ingesting about anywhere between 6 to, well, I would say possible almost 8,000 calories. Even the authentic moments were recorded with cinematic lighting and perfect angles. The world saw a superstar, but not a real person. Then the scandals started piling up. Viewers questioned his massive energy drink takeover. Critics blasted the tequila branding as culturally exploitative. Consumers said his products were overpriced and overmarketed. His attempt to buy into sports leagues felt forced. His business partnerships became punchlines.